Hello Libra, thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel and watching this video. Also thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. And if you haven't done so, I invite you to do that now or before you leave, switch off this video. And also, yeah, feel free to leave a comment or a like or a thumbs up or whatever it is. I can keep getting those two confused. But if you're on here, it's a thumbs up, and if you're following it on my my Facebook page, then it's a like or a or follow me or like my page, either way. So that would be awesome. So the other thing is, I just want to quickly remind everybody that these messages that come through for these readings are general. So they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, wonderful. If it doesn't, and fully resonate, then just take what does and leave what doesn't. We have free will, and if it free will, so we can make the choices not to take it if it doesn't feel right. But just on saying that though, this could be more of a message for the future, maybe in the near future, which is why it doesn't resonate with you or may not resonate with you fully right now. So I do suggest checking out one of your other signs. So this I'll say that this is for Libra, this reading, this message that comes through. It may be Libra, may be on your astrological chart, and it may be either your sun, moon, rising, and or Venus sign in there. So if you do not know what your other signs are, then check out in the description box below. There is a link to a website that will take you to a there is a link here to a website that will that has a free calculator on it. That's where I was going with that. Gosh, a free calculator on there that will work it out for you. So just I just feel like I what I'd like to let you know. Some of you may not know, well, are wondering why I talk about, this is for sun, moon, rising, and or Venus. So for those of you that don't know that, this is just basically the sun talks about our, comes from the point of view of our personality. And the moon is about our emotions and energy, basically, fluctuations and things like that, just like the moon is. And also our intuition. Also talks about, and then the rising sign talks about or runs in line with our soul purpose or our soul journey. And also then we have the Venus sign, which is works with the love, career, and also family as well. Okay, cool. So there you go. And in line, runs in line with the suits of the cards, basically. So anyhow, we will go. I don't know where that came from, but anyway, it just came out. So there was, it's kind of, I don't know where that came. Interesting, because there's may have been a bit of that. It's like, I don't know where that came from. And anyway, it's like, so you may have been a little bit shocked, a little bit, well, some of you might be seeing it as shocked. Some of you may be think, okay, and you may be like intuitively picking up something. So you may be not as shocked, but you may be like curious as to how and why the heck, so it's kind of like lost for words. So even I can't get the words out. So there may be something like that. And I feel like some of you are going to be making some decisions, some major decisions. And well, it might seem like major, but actually, and they are in a way, they would be way more major than to some others rather than, than others. So it's like, so it's on the scale. So whatever it is, major is for you. But there are, I do feel like in general there are some decisions that you're going to be making. So major ones, like major ones, and it's like there is where is it? Where are they going? Okay. And I feel like it's to do around career and relationships for some. Okay, it could be, it's either career or relationships or career and relationships. It's like, and I'm hearing like some of you may be more the romantic one, but it's about the career maybe shifting because of relationships within the, whatever business, career, workplace you're in now. It could be like for some of you, the relationship could be have something to do with a romantic relationship as well within that as well, why there's with some decisions. So whatever it is going on, so I'll just leave it. So anyway, this week we're working with the spread as per se, but we're going to be working with what do I need to do for myself in the now, or what is happening in the now? Okay, so there's two or three things coming through there. But then we're going to be looking at also is what am I doing to block myself, or what is potentially blocking me, or you in this case. And also, and then, a couple of steps as to, what you can do to help shift things or help yourself, or give you a little bit of inside information, a little bit of clarity, or a little and direction in a way. So we'll see what happens, so what comes up for you. So purely intuitive really on saying that. We're just but that's kind of the order of things in a way. So there's something, and as I'm just moving my hands around, it's like there's something magic happening. And it's interesting too, because I have the first card out is the Child of Wands. So the Child of Wands, or the Seeker. The Child of Wands in this deck is the same as the Knight of Wands in other decks, okay? So the more original traditional type deck. So and he talks about the Seeker. So this is what the Knight of Wands is about, really. And he comes in quite quickly. So something, he's about new beginnings as well. So there's something that's moving, that's coming in quite quickly, that shifts and changes things, because he's a shaker. And he makes things happen, basically. So, but he can also be like this energy that can be, in a way, quite arrogant, quite pushy, to the point where you may not get your chance in to say, get in a word each way. So you may find yourself in a position, if you're one of these ones that has, that this person actually may be coming into your life, where you may be finding it difficult to have your say in things, because he's very good at organizing. He's very good at, making things happen, that motivation, and sometimes he can get carried away with it. So, and doing it the way that he thinks it should be done. However, so you may have to not put him in his place, but, be a little bit more bolder and pushier to get a word in edgeways, okay? Now, for some of you, this energy, it may be you in the sense of not being the arrogant or the too bold on saying that, but getting in is that momentum and that shifting in that energy. So this may be you hopping into that Child of Wands energy, is in getting yourself motivated into making some new changes, because he will help you make these new changes. So connecting in with this, this energy would be really a nice energy to have around you as you're moving in through this next phase of your seeking, a better job, or a better career, or a better something, or something different, or maybe a different career, maybe not necessarily better. So, so better may not be the word for you, but it more may be different for you, in the sense where you are more, that brings you, more, happiness and enjoy your job and passion with your job, or your business, but also brings you new skills and abilities, and you're able to apply what you have as well. So this is what he does, is he's bringing in this energy, this card, okay, this energy. So something must be going to happen. So because you've been seeking a new beginning or a change in some way or form, and he will help you do that, okay? So, and some of you, like I say, you may have already started that journey, and fully out there, or fully step right across that line and now. So, but he comes in and offers that energy. So with him, that came out, that card is the Magician. So the Magician is is just letting you know that he's the next step after the Fool. So the next card after the Major Arcana card after the Fool. So the Fool steps out and takes that leap of faith, and knowing that fully aware that there are some things, there could be some obstacles along the way, but like with everything we take, we do, that's beginning, that's new, there can be some challenges. Things may run smoothly for a little bit, but there are usually some challenges that we need to iron out, but that's so the Magician comes in and lets you know that actually you are the Magician, and you can make this happen yourself. However, I'm also hearing the Trickster in the background. So the Trickster comes in from a lot of, goes back to the more the like when these cards were tarot cards was first come about. So they were more about the magician, the trickster, the magician was back then. But then when you think about it, back then the magician and sorcerers and that sort of thing, or witches in that sense, were always looked about as the trickster. However, with this one, I felt like I needed to explain it. So, however, with this one, why they're bringing it up here is like sometimes our mind can play tricks on us. So this is a bit, this is where they're going with this in this respect for this deck and these cards, this time, this era they're talking about. I just thought I heard a bird or something. I'm not sure what that was. Anyway. A squeak of some sort, but the magician comes in to let you know that actually you are the magician and you can create whatever the heck you want to create whenever you feel like you can, whatever you want to do, be, give, and have in your life, it's there. Okay, so then we have the Woman of Cups. So the Woman of Cups is the rejoicer. So she's the quite an emotional energy. So this is the water sign, as you know, with the Water of Cups. So she's coming in with this energy that she's bringing me, like, and being more in touch with your emotions. So it may be not so long ago that you weren't so much in touch with your emotions, and if you're not in there, this is about not getting emotionally caught up or connected with things. It's like detaching from the emotional connection towards or with about the situation, so you're not getting too caught up in that. So then you can have the space that you can make some decisions with that. I'm hearing the word valid, but more logical as well, and then finding that. But also remembering that there is that balancing off with that as well, with the intuitive side, with the coming from the heart, so and the head, and aligning that up, with the the heart, head, throat, and the head, third eye, sort of in the spiritual chakras and that sort of thing. So it's like, but also allowing that gut instinct to come in as well. So it's really aligns up all those chakras there, or points of energy for you in all of us. So it's kind of exciting, and kind of like this energy is really, really moving. So, and I kind of like I'm moving around a lot more than what I have been moving around today, and talking a lot quicker. So, and when I'm like that, I know that there's something exciting happening and it's coming up, and it's just like can't get the words out fast enough. So there's something moving quite quickly, which is what the Man of Wands brings in. The Child of Wands brings in with this Knight of Wands. So this Woman of Cups is talking about, she's like more in more using and listening to her intuition, which is kind of what we just talked about there, that gut instinct, but also allowing, there being in touch with her emotions as well and her feelings, okay? And you're moving into, so that what they're talking about, there are some relationships on because this is what the Cups is about. It's about working, it's about, taking notice of, working with, it's about relationships, and the emotional connection with ourselves, or with yourself and others. So there's something in there, which is why they're talking about. So she's more on top of that now. She's not getting caught up in the drama and just sending out love anyway, because, in a way it's like they don't know where you are with the where you are and the way you are, and what you know, and how you stand in life in general, in a way, but with ethics and morals and that sort of thing. But it's not just about, but in honoring yourself, basically. That's where they're really going with that. Okay, so if this is you, amazing, wonderful, because I do feel like there's if you're either even if you're a male energy, this Woman of Cups brings that energy to you, as well as being more in control and balanced with your emotions, and understanding and not getting caught up in the drama. And it's like I'm noticing the moon in this picture, but it's about, and it's more going into that healing space of rejoicing the shifts and the learning that you've been through into where you are now. Because then we have the Three of Crystals, which is the Three of Swords. So it's creativity. So there's something about, you know, that is, you know, going in there, but it's also bringing something new in. It's like you have a shift in your way that you're thinking about things. So there's something moving in that sense, which allows you to be a bit more creative about where it is and what you're wanting to do, be given, have in your life, and who you're going to do that with. But it's just like, I feel like there's a shift in the way that you're thinking about things. Like you start making more decisions and you're being more open-minded, which is allowing you to be more creative and expansive with what your next steps are in the future with work, career, and work and career, and relationships. But on a whole already, because you know when you've got something lined up, it's like, and you're okay with that, everything else starts to like, there's that ripple effect that it starts to balance out, even out, or go a lot better or work a bit better. But it's like just making sure that you're not overdoing it in one area is where they're going with that. So it's finding that balance, okay? But there's a little bit of creativity in how you are managing that and walking through this next period of, next few weeks, possibly I feel like next 3 or 4 weeks actually for some of you, and for some of you this energy could go on for a little bit longer. Oh, so I'm just hearing that, with this Saturn and Jupiter lining up, and there's the energy of the balancing. They're both, energies that are rulers in a way, in a sense that they want, I'm hearing like controllers, but not in a, not so much. One is more in a not so not good way, but it's more, and the other one's more about it being, oh God, I've lost the word. The words, the descriptive words, I'm having a little bit of a blank there with that. So there may be, but anyway, there's a yin and a yang sort of an energy, but it's not necessarily all negative on saying that, but the stuff that they will bring out will actually help us to turn it around into something new, okay, and that understanding. Okay, whoa, here we go. So moving into that, so the 3 of crystals, after that is stagnation, the 8 of cups. So okay, so the 8 of cups is about stagnation. So you may go back into that funny little where they're going with that emotional space, and I feel like it's more to do around, like they're finalizing something about how you're feeling about what has happened, what you're ending, what this new beginning, and understanding. So there may be a little, you may go a little bit deeper with that, but this is hearing about really tuning into your intuition, taking some time out as well, because things are moving, and it could be maybe a little bit overwhelming in a way. So then, and it maybe things may you may like be stagnant where nothing is happening. You're thinking, oh my God, what the fuck? I mean, what the heck is happening? And it's like, and it may be just like, oh, okay, and maybe more of a curiosity for some of you, and it may be that you're okay-ish with it, but it's like, I really don't really want this to go on for too long, that sort of energy. So, but it's something is shifting. Okay, we'll just see what is happening coming out of that. What have we got here for Libra? What else is there for Libra? And some guidance now of what it is that they can shift or turn around from the space that this is in, where they're going. Okay. Oh, hang on a minute. Just, a couple of cards, not the whole lot, please. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you. So, the Man of Wands. Okay, that's the King of Wands. So, I was just about to turn it around and up in reverse, but I kind of like, that can be for some of you, but I wanted to turn it around again. So, there may be a little bit of a block. So, there may be, because I'm hearing business, that some of you is maybe not really wanting to go into business, but business maybe more where in your mind, back in your mind, you would like to go, but there may be a little bit of a block in the sense about financial stuff and getting it going, that sort of thing. And and as you change into something else. So for some of you may be already in business, and there may be some changes in there, and there may be something where you may be looking at expanding or moving into a partnership or doing something with somebody else, or expanding off this way, or there might be a change in there where you're not too sure or certain about it, and not really trusting it. But this King of Wands, I'm going to turn it around. He is, he is like the the Child of Wands is the Knight, so he helps, he's the seeker. The King of Wands is the one that he's the actor in this deck, but he enacts things, he does things, and it's like he has this visualization and he can act it out, but when he acts it out, he actually does it, he creates it physically, takes action, is where I'm hearing going, it's moving more into action. So he is, like the Child of Wands is the entrepreneur, so he is the businessman, still can be an entrepreneur as well, but he is very, the energy that I'm picking up from him to share is he has that charismatic leadership energy about him. So there may be that side of you that's coming, that needs to come out, or get in touch with it, or bring out more, or hop back into that space as well, or learn more about that side of things, so you can become more confident in the business or that you're wanting to go into, or whatever it is that, if you're already in business, is like doing a little bit more research or a course in something to the next phase of where you're going to, because the King of Wands can also be there's something beginning, a new beginning in a way, or something bringing in something new, which is why they're talking about maybe something new in your business, or something new, a new business, or something like that, as well as at work or something. I'm not sure where that's going for some of you. It may be either or for others, So, but I'm hearing is that he is one to take calculated risks. He's one to take risks, but he will take them, and they will be calculated or reasonably calculated. So, but he has, but he's like this energy of of making things happen as well. But like I say, it's like if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. Basically, if he can see that it's not going to work, he will not do it. But he'll, it's not like he'll throw the towel in or anything, but he's very, listens to his intuition a lot. So he's very enthusiastic. So what he will bring you is this passion, this energy, and this enthusiasm, as with the Child of Wands here as well. So it's interesting that we start off with the Child of Wands, and we start the next row with the Man of Wands. Okay, that's really cool. We'll see what happens here. What's continuing on for you. Okay, so the Eight of Crystals. So that was in reverse as well. So there's something about, I'm just going to consciously turn that around. The Eight of Crystals is like synthesis. So something, there may be, because of the way that the thinking in that, there may be something blocking it at the moment. And it feels like it may be like going in your mind, you may be blocking it, you may be overthinking things or underthinking things in that sense. But usually it's about, the eight, there's something about the infinity, but looking at things as being infinite. And so is your mind and the way that you're thinking about things. So this is, but something, if I'm turning this around the correct way, which is synthesis. So something is coming together. So in the, in reverse, I'm hearing, the word. I'm hearing them wording it, even hearing my mind wording it as well. It's like that's maybe something, or you're feeling something isn't quite coming together yet. And I feel like things are in your mind. You're thinking that or feeling that. The same with this Man of Wands, but it's like going into that, and maybe you're just holding off because you're not unsure about how you're going to pull this off and that sort of thing. So there's this maybe a sense of confidence in a way, a lack of, but it's not just that, and you'll know what I mean. There's a little bit of that and a little bit of this, and but mainly confidence, and that you haven't got things all ready. So, and if you're feeling that way, it's maybe there is a little bit more thing. There are a few more things that need to come, be brought come to light or fruition, which is why this is in reverse. But we're turning it around because I do feel like for some of yous, or a portion of yous that's there, it's just really getting, say, like the plan, the goal, the business plan, the vision sorted out to help you like keep on track and to keep moving or move into it, to give you, and doing a little bit more research. But something is definitely, I feel like, in the background coming together, but there was something, we were shifting that energy to, is in something, is in a positive way, to like manifesting it, bringing it through. Okay, so that may be what it is. It's just, you know, shifting your energy and your frame of mind, which is, feels like it's where they're going, heading. Okay, so what else is, okay, we're going to take that one, the Four of Crystals. So there's something about logic, there's something logical that may pop up for you, and it's like, okay, well, that makes so much sense. So, but I'm feeling like not just the logic, it's like that bringing together, marrying up the logic and the intuition, or the logic and the gut feeling. Things are starting to be more, see, that synthesis has come up again. So even though I turned this deck around, it could have still quite as easily flipped into reverse, but it didn't. So it's reconfirming the synthesis that things are coming together. So it is going into that logical mind as well, but bringing things together. But it's also, I feel like when I talk about the synthesis and the logic here, is like, you know, listening to your intuition as well, finding that balance. Cool. So what else have we got here? Oh, thanks, Sunny boy. Okay, so the Woman of Crystals. So here we go. This is you. So even if you're a male, that's you could be this as well. The Woman in Crystals. So what a cool card to finish off with this deck is, like I said, the crystals is talks about the swords, and the mind, of course, with the swords. So this one here talks about guardian. Okay, so in you being an air sign, this has got to be you if you're a female energy, but also, like I say, if you're a male energy, this maybe resonate with you. So this is being like, you know, the guardian. So there's a sense of you, or a guardian. So there may be some of you a guardian and another air sign that is, you know, that could be either Aquarius or Gemini, that you may see or may be like a guardian or a guardian angel or a mentor of some sort. But I do feel, or help you keep your mind, or gets together, you know, so you could bounce off ideas or thoughts or something like that. So the Queen of Crystals, or the Queen of or the Woman of Crystals, is like the Queen of Swords. So she's going into more of that place of being, you know, like it is in there, you know, how she's holding that in a way, that crystal ball, the pyramid, that there's that centered and that balanced centeredness and that balanced energy there. She's more in calm, can control of her thoughts and her mind and where she's going. So she's like getting organized, but she's not letting the illusion of other stuff get in the way, like her emotions, or she's cutting through all that stuff that, you know, all that sort of stuff. So clearing the delusion as well as the illusion. But basically, and she's making decisions, which has allowed her to be more in her power, asserting her power. And also there's this thing about communication. So there may be a shift in the way that she's communicating, who she's communicating with, and who's communicating with her, and the way that she's delivering it. There's a whole lot of beautiful, like, energy that's in there, like with just peaceful, calming energy. That's coming from this card. So I'm hearing guardian is like you being the guardian of you, or a guardian angel being there, a guardian. And it may be that that's you that's the guardian, and calling in your guardian. But you being the guardian of your own thoughts, basically, of your own power, which is like you being in your own power. Wow. but yeah, there's that whole, the mental side of things, the thinking side of things. There's more like, there's like the overthinking lessons, because you're more, and the intellect more comes in. So there's more of a balance of the mind in the intellectual way as well, where the emotions aren't getting tangled up in it as in the way that it has been or had been. And I'm talking about in the distant, you know, past, but in the recent past as well. And maybe even in the recent past, it's like, yes, I'm more in my space and knowing of who I am, what it is I want to do, be, given, heaven, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. But it's like, I just feel a sense of peace, a sense of calm, a sense of knowing, a deeper inner knowing. And some of yous, you know, like you may be like nearly there, or you may be actually feeling that now. But if you are feeling that now, in the sense that you're there now, and it's more clarity, like, but in some of you are maybe still coming to this space, but it's on its way, and you may be sensing that and feeling that as well. But so feel into that energy, and you know, and allow yourself to go with the flow towards it, okay, or as well actually meet it, is what I want to say there. Absolutely amazing, beautiful. So anyway, the angels want to have a pipe up and have a few words as well. So I'm just going to quickly shuffle a few cards and see what falls out. So shine your light. So that is like your beacon. And often, you know, when we shine our light, people don't, and you know, people, and you know, they don't. We start moving and walking, and we challenge and that sort of thing. Shine your light even brighter, or you know. Shine your light even brighter, because when we make changes ourselves, people see it, and I don't think, and often people don't understand it. So and it's like we're just, and when we're in walking our walk and talking our talk, we're in our own truth, and you know, and we're it's like, if we keep doing that, our light shines even brighter. And it's kind of interesting, you know, and it's an interesting, you probably will be experiencing that, and how people like, you know, respond to that without you even having to say anything or do anything much to them at all. It's just like being in your honest truth self, in your truth, with love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, and adventure, and that sort of energy. It's like, yeah. It's quite a powerful energy to be in. Beautiful. So extract. So it's like extracting, you know, where are they going? Extract. Okay, I want to, for some reason, extract. I'm not sure where they're going there. I'm just going to ask them. Okay. This is, oh, okay, right. So it's where they're going with that is, you know, sometimes what I'm hearing is about writing, getting, some of you is maybe writing whatever's in your mind and getting it out on paper, because often, you know, if we keep it in there, it kind of like, it gets more junk adds to it, and it gets a bit full and a bit clogged up. So one way I like to do is emptying it out as well, and so it stops me from thinking about it all the time and having to like think about, did I forget this, or remember what I need to remember, and that sort of thing. So writing it out, but also there are sometimes there's that feeling that, you know, you just want to write, and release some stuff, and you know, in your mind, and have a wee chat to yourself rather than in your mind. Write it out to release that as well. So I'm hearing like extracting that stuff out basically and writing it down. So trade, some of you may be moving into a brand new trade, or something in a trade sort of a way, where it may be that you're trading services, trading product, or whatever it is in some sort of business. Could be online, may not be. Could be both actually, like owning a shop of some sort, or moving some sort of business in some sort of way. But some sort of trade business that I'm hearing trade as in business and seeing it that way. Yeah, trade. Okay, business. Let's just leave it at that, Lesley. Okay. And then I just wondered, there's a card that's in here for you too, Libra. As well. Oh, see, there's a few cards there. I just said a card. There's a card for Libra, please. Oh, it's not over there. card for Libra. So I'm just noticing myself looking around and about. I'm going to take these ones. So expectation. Expect, expect the best. Expect the miracles. Expect the, there's expectation. So there is maybe some high expectations out there for you, and there could be just expectations, whatever it is. So if there's, I'm hearing like, this is like what I'm hearing, like how they're explaining it to me is this is the expectation is that you are going to this is about, what is it called, expecting nothing less than first. Don't settle basically for second best. This is about not settling, this is anything less than first, top notch. So there's that expectation of, that is like of doing, the best possible that you can in that sense. So not necessarily perfect, because this is about, but it's an expectation, or this, that's but putting it out there that you want first class, not second class, stuff within yourself and that sort of thing, that you're going to be doing whatever it is that the highest and best of your ability that you can, that you're able to, in that sense. So, but I do feel like and I'm hearing like expectation is in like with the manifesting as well, which I'm kind of relating back to what I just said. I can't remember what I just said because it was that quick, so I'll have to listen to it again. But my voice is starting to like go a bit, get croaky, so that maybe you've been there for something. In some ways it's like you've been expecting something to happen or come, so expect the best, okay, because you are the magician and you have all this beautiful energy here, so expect the best. So space, so there is something about time and space, but I'm hearing space. So some of you may be journeying, traveling out to outer space in your nighttime, or even meditating space. But I'm hearing about, this is about like also creating space, allowing space for you to be able to do whatever it is like you time to do it, basically, whether we'll come back to before, but it's just about space, being in your own space at times as well, and enjoying that space and that centeredness and that quietness and all that sort of thing, those sorts of things, especially over these next couple of weeks, and time out, time away, meditation, whatever it is, exercise, whatever shifts you into that space of of allowing yourself to be in that stillness, basically, as well. Awesome. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there with you now, Libra, with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement and adventure from my spiritual team and myself. And we wish you a wonderful, happy, joyful, peaceful, and also Merry Christmas as well. Bye for now. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.